All right, today we're gonna focus on some aerobic conditioning, and we're gonna do that by doing a version of the 333 workout from the 2014 CrossFit Games. 333 was 3,000 meter row into 300 double unders into a 3-mile run. Now I'm gonna do the same volume or a little bit more. I'm gonna spread it out just a little bit differently. We're gonna do 2 rounds of a 2,400 meter run, a 150 double unders, and a 2,400 meter row. So basically gonna cut it in half and do 2 rounds of it, but I'm gonna go a little bit shorter on the run and add a little bit more on the row just to even out those meters that I'm spending on both of those pieces of equipment. For my first 2,400 meters, I'm gonna run on the assault runner, and my second 2,400 meters, I'm actually gonna run out on the ground, just regular running. And so my big focus today is to establish a good pace. Pacing is not something I'm super good at in longer events. It's something that I have to really work at and make sure that I'm dialed in before a workout. So I want to start on that air runner slower than I think I need to. So it should feel very easy at the start because this is gonna be a long workout. It's gonna be in excess of 40 minutes for me. So I need to start slow in order to maintain a good pace throughout the whole thing rather than starting out really hot and then dying on something or really crashing off my pace. So I want to stay about as even between those 2 rounds as I possibly can. Now when I'm warming up for something like this, the warm-up's not really intense and it's not actually super long. Typically the longer the workout for me, the shorter the warm-up. So I'm just gonna spend some time kind of getting my heart rate up. I'm gonna spend some time stretching my calf, Achilles, hamstrings, all those things for running that I really wanna focus on to make sure that they're warmed up and I've got good range of motion around the joint for those movements. But other than that, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time running at my workout pace, a little bit of time rowing at my workout pace, practice some double unders and make sure I'm dialed in there, and then start the workout. Your body's gonna warm up pretty quick within that first 2,400 meters worth of running, so you don't have to warm up super long for something like this for a longer event. But yeah, we're gonna hit it, see how it goes, and then recap at the end. All right, haven't done a workout that long in a while. It was definitely a good push and it was definitely a good test to pace myself. Running on the assault runner is way different than running outside. And so did the first mile there on the assault runner, or excuse me, 1.5 miles on the assault runner, which is a way different pace and a way different animal than actually running. And so I had to keep that in mind of, you feel like you're going slow, but by the time I was gonna get about 20 minutes into this one, it was gonna be the right clip or the right amount of intensity. So the double unders tried to fly through basically as quick as I could, broke every 50 no matter what, just to kind of walk around. That's usually how you're gonna have to do it at a competition. That's how we had to do it at the games in 2014, I believe, for the 333. 50 at a time, break, walk forward, your next 50 until you got to 300. In this case, since we did 2 rounds of that, or broke it up and did 2 rounds, 50, 50, and 50. But yeah, just really tried to stick to a pace and then push towards the end. So on the rower, obviously we rowed a little bit further in this workout. We went 2,400 meters each round just to kind of keep it even between the row and the run. And so I wanted to stick right around a 2-minute pace for my row just to see how that felt, especially on the first row, heading back into the second run to make sure I could just hop off the rower, get right into a good pace on the run. And that went really well. I think I would have pushed it a little bit harder on the rower, having finished up there. I was able to finish the last 2400 and right around under 2-minute pace. And so a negative split there means I probably could have pushed just a little bit harder at the start and kept that fast pace at the end. And so that would have resulted in a little bit faster time. Okay, so when talking about the assault runner, it's important to note that this is its own beast, right? This is not like regular running. It's close to regular running, but I would basically describe it as running at a slight incline uphill, or towing like a small sled behind you while you're running. Your legs are gonna get way more lit up on this if you try to hold or maintain a pace for, let's say, your PR mile time or something like that out on the road, versus trying to hold that same pace on this. This is gonna be way, way, way harder. So you actually have to have separate PRs for both and separate pacing for both, in terms of the time it's gonna take you to run a particular distance. So I'm definitely a lot slower on here. I'm a lot more conservative, and I'm focusing a lot more in terms of where my foot strike is landing, where my body position is on this incline, because that's gonna dictate how fast the track moves. The further I can get my body and try to move it up on the incline, the faster I have to turn over and the more force I have to put into the belt to keep it moving that fast. So just know that if you ever go to run on an assault runner, your paces are gonna be very different. This is gonna be way more difficult to run on. You're gonna feel your hamstrings get lit up way more, probably your calves, all of your posterior chains gonna get lit up a lot more while doing this, because again, it's like running on an incline up a hill constantly or towing a small sled behind you. So that's one more thing you wanna keep in mind before you start this workout, is how to pace on this machine. All right, that's it for today. Let me know if you have any questions. Put them down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
I know you think I'm a cynic, but you know this only business. People act different as soon as you win it, man. I know this shit ain't no different. You pull up in cars, you act like it's yours, but we know that shit just rented.
Benefit of the doubt, we the ones that your mommy wants. You about should've stayed in the house, don't open your mouth. We lurk in the swamps like we in the south, so count your days. Hold up, let me count the ways you gon' pay. When I spot you, I'm coming straight through to your face, no foreplay, so don't come up missing. Don't get it twisted. I'm not Rihanna, but boy, you a gunner, you right on my hit list. Keeping my distance, just checking the listings. I'm always aware of your current position. I just hold out to the perfect condition. Coming alive. Whoa.